Hey, and welcome to another episode of Motors and Meats. We've got the new 997.2 and we're going to change out the steering wheel today. This is a really quick job. I'm going to do it real time. All we need are these tools here. We've got it's like a breaker bar. We've got some triple squares, because I can't remember which one it is, that holds the steering wheel on. We've got a little flathead. I have this ruined flathead screwdriver that I'm going to use as like a punch. You can also use like an Allen key, a small one like a 4mm, and then you've got a 10mm socket here. So first thing we need to do is take out the battery. Take loose the battery, I should say. Not take it out. It's underneath here. That lifts up and comes out. 10mm socket on that. Now, actually, before I do that, I want to drop my windows just to make sure that that I can get in the car if it decides to lock. I always do that as like a precaution. I don't know if that's necessary or not, but we're going to do that anyway. Now, I feel fine about doing this. So it's just a 10mm right here, and we're going to pop that off. Loosen it up on the negative side a little bit more. Feels loose, and up it comes. There we go. Lights are out, and we need to be able to make sure that this doesn't touch that post while we're doing this. So I'm just going to slide this in between here, and now it can't possibly touch it. To get the steering wheel off, there's a little button underneath here that we're going to push that's going to cause this airbag to pop out, and then we'll be able to get to the one giant bolt inside there that comes out, and then there's a couple of clips that work like the buttons and stuff and the actual paddles. This new steering wheel, or used steering wheel that I bought, actually came with an airbag, so I get to pick which kind of center I want, whether to go back with the black or with the tan. But if you look right underneath here, there's a little button, and what that is going to do, look inside of here, there's a spring, and it's got these hooks and these bars. What that's going to do is going to push the bars up, allowing the airbag to eject, I guess. So watch what's happening as it happens here. We're going to do the same thing to the other steering wheel. There it goes. Is that it? Oh, there it goes. Still attached. We have next these little clips to do, and I think we just pop up the little orange thing with a little screwdriver. If I can do that carefully. Come on. Yeah, it's trying to come up. Okay, that one's up. And when it comes up, that allows it to unplug. And we'll do this one. Come on. Very gently. Got it. Okay, that one pops loose. That one pops loose, and they're color coded, so you can't get them wrong. And then this one's like a ground, I guess. It just slips on to that, and your airbag comes out. Now, I'm going to wash my hands. We're going to go do the exact same thing inside the car. All right, just like before, same thing. This little pokey guy here, and we just push straight up through there. We've got a line with it. It looks like it goes at the same angle that the steering wheel is tilted. So we push up like that, and oh, there it comes. That just pops loose. That other steering wheel had a lot of grease around this. I wonder if this one will. No grease on this one. But it's exactly the same on the inside. So we're going to very gently pry up on these orange bits. Almost. Let me swap hands. Not swapping hands. There it goes. And almost. There it goes. That one's up too. All right, so those come off. There we go. And pull the ground plug. Now, still not sure which one of these I'm going to go with, so I'm just going to leave that here. Next up, we have our very large triple square. We also, one other thing, we also need this extension here. I've still managed to get a little grease on my fingers. How did I do that? Okay. I'm going to start by guessing this one. And that one is right. Okay. That is, it's Duralast. M12. I don't know what M12 means, but that's what this is. It's an M12. And there's a fair amount of torque on here. I'll pop on the screen what the torque setting is. So I'm using the breaker bar. There we go. And I'll ratchet it out the rest of the way. So, yeah, still, I mean, we're almost done with this already, right? This is about the easiest job ever to make a huge improvement in the driving experience. Because I'm going to tell you, these buttons are stupid. But whenever I was car shopping, oh, there it is. When I was car shopping, at first, before I looked into doing this, my thoughts were, I will not buy a car that has these buttons. And all the ones that have these buttons were several $1,000s cheaper than the ones that didn't have the buttons, that had actual paddles. So then I learned I could buy this for like 700 bucks on eBay. Not this, but the other steering wheel, and do it myself. And I got a bargain on this car, not gonna lie. And off it comes. Sort of. Maybe. What are we missing? Oh, there's one other plug inside here. Okay. Almost messed that up. So let's get an angle on this and I'll show you that plug. The clip in question is this little yellow with the orange thing on here. And just like these, it's got an orange part that locks it. Yellow is the actual housing of it. And let's see if we can figure out what to do to get that out. Maybe we just squeeze the top of that. You know what, I'm going to look at the other steering wheel because I can look at it a lot easier. What a nasty, nasty day. Mud already on that. I haven't owned this car for 24 hours yet. Okay. There it is down in there. Still not great visibility. But I'm going to figure it out on this one, then I'll show you on the other one. Easy, easy, easy. You just squeeze down on the top of that little tab. And having the other steering wheel here makes it very obvious that that's what's up. So yeah, we're just going to squeeze down on the top of that. Yep, and it slides loose. That's out. Now, let's see if we can get this steering wheel off. Yep, comes right off. You stay right there. I'm going to get the other steering wheel. All right, and you don't have to worry about lining these things up either because everything does that for you pretty much. Now that snaps in somehow. We'll line it up. There we go. Push. There it goes. Next we have the airbag. So let's see, what do we want to do on the airbag? Do we want to go with that tan interior like that? Or do we want the black one? Let's see. I think I'm going to go with the black. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. And also, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, please. It helps the channel a lot. I really appreciate it. And I'm always doing stuff with Porsches, whether it's this car. I've got a bunch of great videos on my 996 that I just sold. I have the Cayenne S that I do off-road stuff with. Lots of fun. Hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks. And then our big giant bolts, which we will crank down and then put to the specific amount of torque. Next, we're gonna do the airbag. So now we just connect these guys back up. This little tab goes here. Then match our colors up. There we go, that. It just pushes down, then snaps. That aligns, pushes down, and snaps. We already snapped in the one in the back. So now we rotate it this way. Slide in. And I don't know why that thing is greasy, but it is. So, boom, it's done. Okay, so that's a steering wheel change. All we have left to do now, reconnect the battery, and we should be good to go. I'm just gonna hold that back while I move this. That way it doesn't slap back on there. Line it up good, and down we go. Make some sparks. I'll tighten that up. Right off the bat, I can tell you this feels more right. The steering wheel feels good. Everything looks nice. I love the look of the paddles, and I definitely love the feel of the paddles better than those silly buttons. The car is warm now. Let's switch over to sport mode. And let's pop it into manual. We're in 6th. So I'm gonna drop 2 gears and punch it. Immediate shifts. Upshift, almost as quick as a downshift. Plenty quick enough for me. Here comes another downshift. 6 goes 5th, 4th, yes. Ooh, that sounds good. That was definitely one of the easiest DIY jobs I think I've ever done. Don't let it dissuade you from getting a car. If you're shopping for a 997.2 or a 991, if it has those silly buttons, but you don't want the silly buttons, if you want paddles, you can find a car for thousands cheaper and buy a steering wheel for less than $1,000 to replace the one you don't want. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. See you on the next one.